All right, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with a very exciting video. We're going to be breaking down the new buff to Vulture. This guy is getting a nice, moderate update. I made a pre-buff Vulture video. It should be out probably, I would say, tomorrow. Today should be Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, so it should be out then. I was very, very impressed with this guy. Took him up to rank 3, Stake 200, synergized him out a bit, and he was really, really impressive to me, and I feel like I've been overlooking this guy for a while. You know, as it stands right this second, he isn't the best champion in the game, but I feel like after this update, after this buff, he's going to be really, really, really useful, and I'm really excited to talk about this guy. As always, we highlighted everything that you're going to need to know about this buff and how to use this guy. We're going to break it all down, starting with the beginning, all right? So, champion spotlight, Vulture. About Vulture, let's talk about him. When a failed business opportunity left him desperate, Adrian Toombs became a black market power player by scavenging the advanced tech and alien weapons left behind from previous superhero battles. From these scraps and leftovers, Toombs built himself a massive winged vehicle and retrofitted the rest into incredible weapons that he sells. Now, seeking further profits and power, the Vulture has set his sights on even more advanced technology. Alright, man. So here are his stats, right? As a 565, his prestige is going to cap out at about 10,320. As a 6-star at rank 3, 13,260. Not the best prestige, but hey, man, you know, we get what we get. Up next, so obviously he's a tech champion. His basic abilities are going to be he has his armor, siphon charge, siphon burn, and also incinerate. So let's go over his mechanics here. Vulture is an effective power controller, man. He really is. That focuses on siphoning his opponent's power while staying elusive himself. Chitauri core charges allow him to augment various attacks for bonuses such as armor break, power drain, or incinerate. Dashing back renders Vulture immune to attacks, and raptor strikes into block give him a passive that causes the opponent to miss. Utilizing his core charges while staying safe is the key to Vulture's success. So this guy really has a lot of utility, man. That's the thing. But let's go over it all right? So his strength, power control, special attacks and raptor strike give you multiple ways to power drain your opponent. Elusiveness, dashing back and using raptor strike into block give you multiple avenues to keep yourself safe from incoming attacks. Great against incinerate champions. Vulture is completely immune to incinerate and instantly gains max charges when he avoids a debuff due to immunity. Weaknesses, critical hit reliant. Landing critical hits is the primary way to gain Chitauri core charges, which are required to augment his kit. I'm not sure if I agree with that because there are definitely other ways to do it, so even if there are critical hit places where you're punished for using them, he still can get around it. Double hit attacks. Vulture's decoy passive is vulnerable. The double hitting attacks as the first hit will miss while the second will still connect. That's of course true. Ability is always active. The Vulture's high-tech suit grants immunity to incinerate effects. Gain an indefinite armor up buff, increasing armor rating by 1718, and if removed, it comes back after 8 seconds. Alright, so let's talk about the Chitauri core charges. Always active. Starting at 50 now. So originally, it started at 0 unless you were duped, which starts at 100, right? So now it starts at 50, the max is still 100. When either champion lands a crit, it's plus 10. It used to be plus 5. If you avoid a debuff due to immunity, you go to max charges. Now, the exhaust burn. While dashing back, Vulture cannot be struck by attacks, which is awesome, kind of like Nightcrawler. If Vulture avoids an attack while dashing back in this way, he spends 10 core charges to grant a 100% chance to inflict a non-stacking incinerate debuff, causing 1859 energy damage over 5 seconds. This is actually really, really good, and it can really be beefed up with synergies as well. Like, for example, the Darkhawk synergy gives plus 40% potency, as well as I believe the Stark Spider-Man, also another 40%, so you could have plus 80% potency on that every single time you dex, which is already a pretty decent, you know, incinerate of 1800 energy damage over 5 seconds. Okay, that's pretty good, man. So let's talk about the Raptor Strike. To perform a Raptor Strike, launch a medium attack immediately after dashing back, so you swipe left, swipe right. Launching a Raptor Strike costs 40 core charges, it used to be 50. If the Raptor Strike hits, drain 50% of the opponent's current power. If the Raptor Strike is blocked, Vulture gains a non-stacking indefinite decoy passive, which causes the next strike against him to miss. Well-timed blocks will ignore the decoy's miss chance, which is awesome, because usually you used to be able to go to parry, and then he would miss, and then it would kind of mess you up, and then you would lose the miss. So now the decoy passive is really, really good for like giving you that safety net where you don't have to use it, which is really, really cool, man. So now the heavy attack that's completely new. You spend 25 core charges to grant a 100% chance to inflict an armor break debuff, removing an armor up and reducing armor rating by 900 for 30 seconds, man. So you can have 4,500 reduced armor, which is really, really nice, man. Really, really good stuff. I feel like that's going to be really, really useful. If you chain some heavy attacks in the corner, man, right away, you can get like probably 4 or 5 pretty easily. Special attack 1 and 2. So Vulture Siphon debuffs have a 100% chance to trigger, and they passively drain 25% of all power. The opponent gains from any source while they are active. So that's really, really, really good stuff. This is pretty much like how its power control comes into play. So the special attack 1, the Wing Pack Strike, inflict a Siphon charge debuff lasting 15 seconds. It used to be, I think, 10 seconds. All power drained by this debuff grants core charge proportional to the amount drained, alright? So, look at this. Combine this with a flurry of heavy attacks to stack a ton of armor break on your opponent. This is what I was talking about, where you get that, right? And then you go up to them in the corner when they're at 0 bars of power, and you could chain like 4, 5, 6 heavy attacks in a row. Get all those armor breaks you're gaining the Chitauri charges, and yeah, you're going to be doing a bunch of damage this way, I think. Now for the special 2, inflict a Siphon burn debuff lasting 20 seconds. All power drained by this debuff inflicts direct damage proportional to the amount lost. Okay, so developers note, Vulture's main damage source, make sure you're using the special 2 whenever you're chasing damage. So I feel like you know, currently when I use this guy, I go special 1 into special 2, and then I kind of just do a lot of backdraft intercepts, and I combine that with other synergies we'll talk about when we get to the synergy part, and I pretty much just keep them under a bar of power the entire fight. Make sure you check out the Vulture video tomorrow. It's very, very impressive. I think you're going to be very surprised when you see how good he actually is currently. Just needs some more damage, and I feel like those armor breaks are really going to address that, and there's definitely some more directed damage here from the special 2 as well. But now, if that Siphon burn debuff is going to be draining the same power that the special 1 usually does, I feel like you can, I don't know though actually, because I feel like you still might have to go special 1 and special 2. Not 100% sure, because it says, the special 1 and 2, it says Vulture Siphon debuffs have a 100% chance to trigger, right? But then special 1 says Siphon charge debuff, and special 2 says Siphon burn debuff. So it's really going to depend on which one gives you the most Chitauri charges. You might still need the special 1 to keep them really locked down. We'll have to see once the buff is live, right? So special 3, this attack incinerates the enemy, dealing 5,577 energy damage over 20 seconds. That's a pretty long incinerate. It's going to be good whenever you need incinerate for a long period of time. Sig ability, thermal reconfiguration. This is pretty much the same thing. Vulture now begins the fight at full Chitauri core charge. Additionally, while the opponent is incinerated, Vulture gains 1.88% max power per second. I believe this might be a typo. It's supposed to be per half second. I think John said that. But yeah, keep in mind, we'll have to see it when it goes live, because right now it's like 1.26 per half second, so I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be half second. Developers note, pair Vulture's Sig ability with a special 3 for a great boost to power gain for a long period of time, allowing you to quickly cycle that to special 2 and deal even more damage to your opponent. Synergy bonuses. Alright, teammates with Electro, Doc Ock, and Rhino, plus perfect block chance. Same thing with Venom, Mysterio, and Green Goblin, perfect block chance. Starkey and Spider-Man Stealth Suit, plus 6% attack rating. Spider-Man Classic, Spider-Gwen, and Miles Morales, plus some crit rating. Now we have some cool ones with Kingpin, Yellow Jacket, and Massacre. Alright, look at this. This is pretty cool. Gain plus 5% attack plus immunity to shock effects. So that's going to be really, really good whenever there's a shock. For example, EMP modification. Also this, timely change 2 with War Machine, Ultron Prime, and Sentry. Vulture, gain plus 5% attack and also immune to poison effects. So if you're running the Suicide Masteries, right, and you have the Synergy, you're going to start at max charges even if you are unduped, which is really, really cool. Plus it's going to make you an option whenever there are those poison nodes that, like, you know, randomly put the poison on you. Same thing with the shock. So it's really cool. This guy pretty much has 3 immunities through Synergies, Incinerate, Shock, and also Poison. Really, really cool. Recommended masteries here, Collar Tech, nobody runs that, right? And also Despair. With Vulture's new armor breaks, you can stack a decent number of debuffs on the opponent and reduce the regen rate quite a bit. There's also some French stuff, in case anybody here speaks French. So basically, there's one more synergy team that I want to talk about, and that is his synergies with Stealth Spidey and also Tigra. So with Tigra, whenever you activate the Raptor Strike, which is when you dash back and dash in, right, whether you do immediate hit them to drain their power or get the decoy buff, you're going to pause your debuffs from Special 1 and Special 2 for 5 seconds. Okay, and they already last 15 and 20 seconds. And then with Stealthy, you're going to gain an additional 5 Chitauri charges whenever you hit into them when they have the Siphon debuff on them. So you originally gain, I think, 10 every time you crit. So now you're gaining 10 when you crit, and also 5 every time you hit them. And plus you're gaining more charges, as you can see right here, from the special one. So if you combine Stealthy and Tiger with Vulture, you're pretty much keeping them in the corner, consistently draining their power, keeping the special one and the special two on them the entire time, because you're consistently pausing it. You're pretty much doing dash back, dash forward, 4-hit combo, backdraft, intercept, 4-hit combo, backdraft, intercept, 4-hit combo, and then locking the opponent down the entire fight. I was doing that with pre-buff Vulture, and now it should be even easier. I can't wait to test it out. Big fan of this guy already. I can't wait to see the buff, man. But yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss the Vulture video going up tomorrow morning. It should be going up. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed this breakdown. If you did, drop your boy a big ol' like. Comment what you think about the Vulture buff in the comment section below, and like I said, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that pre-buff rank 3 Vulture gameplay coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.